Alright, what's going on guys? It's Almond. Welcome back to another Wizard101 video. Today's video, I'm been going over the drops in the Azteca raid so far at least. So this video will not be having any sort of leaks or anything like that. I will be only showing the gear that was acquired from my guild and what we were able to get from our experience with the drops and everything like that. So keep that in mind. We will not be going over any leaks in this video, but I will be going over all the drops that I did get in test room. So we're going to be going over those and letting you guys know my opinions on the drops so far at least. And yeah, so if you do enjoy this type of content, be sure to leave a like, subscribe, all that type of stuff, and let's get into it. So when it comes to the raid, I know a lot of people are having fun at the moment. A lot of people are making content, whether it be in the raid, streaming it. There's so many things going on right now in test realm. It's actually insane. I know some people were wanting me to make a video regarding the drops and what we've gotten so far when it comes to the Azteca raid. So when it comes to the Azteca raid, there's two things that I've gotten personally. We do have some other gear acquired from other people in my guild that I did want to go over, and I think the main thing I wanted to go over personally was the amulet. So the only amulet I've gotten right now is the death one, which kind of looks underwhelming, at least for me personally. I feel like all these dames, rings, and amulets, and just gear moving forward, whatever we get, they all follow a template. So if you guys haven't, definitely check out the gear video that I made a while back, and I explained all the templates that we have currently. So this template that if we compare it to other stuff, as for example, if I were to bring up the death amulets and I put it on screen, you guys can see that this follows a completely different template. So at the moment we had 6 templates. Basically each template followed its own separate thing. There were no duplicates. So even if there was one that was damage 1 and there was another one that was damage 1, the other 2 were flip-flopped, so it would be in different tiers. But for this one, they actually managed to break the template, which I was really surprised by, because I thought they would just follow another template or something like that. But this follows a 2-2-2 template, meaning it's a balanced all around template. So meaning that it won't be as busted as Highlander's gear was back in the day. Highlander's gear was an overall piece of robe. There was a robe that had really good stats overall, and that essentially was following a template that was 2-2-2 or 1-1-1, I believe. And the thing is with that just makes that best in slot. So a lot of people were saying the gear is overwhelming from what they see for the amulet, the theme, and ring. But in my opinion, right, I feel like it'll be usable in certain pieces or certain builds. I wouldn't completely shaft this off as, hey, this is a waste of my time, don't get this or whatever. I think the gear is still going to be good, and if this is following a 2-2-2 template, meaning the gear is still going to be good for making just an overall build if you're just trying to acquire certain stats. I feel like people are throwing this raid underneath the bus because they don't want to farm it, because they don't like the themes, amulets, rings, or whatever. But personally, I think if it follows a 2-2-2 template, I will be using some of the gear in certain builds and not just going to be throwing it off and saying I don't want to use this. We also did get a ring, which is a Hunhouse heavily ring. If we're comparing it, as I said, it is a 2-2-2 template. All the gear, from what it seems like, it's going to be following just 2-2-2. And at the moment, I don't know if there is going to be other gear. Our guild does not know at the moment. We've only been getting Hunhouse gear. Don't know if there is a tier 2 like Void and Nullity did. So there's Void and Nullity, which was Nullity was more offensive, Void was more defensive. I don't know if this raid is going to have that. I have no clue. But from our experience, we just know that there isn't a theme, amulet, and ring because we've defeated those bosses. So for that reasoning, that's why I have these amulets and rings. I don't have an theme on me, but luckily one of the people in my guild were able to get an theme. So the theme is a storm theme, which is pretty good in my opinion. We don't have every piece of gear, of course, because we're not going to farm a test round for every single gear. I feel like that would be a lot of time spent, but it's this crying sky thing. But if you look at the HP is pretty decent, not gonna lie. So I don't know if I'd be using this on my storm especially, but the stats don't look completely bad. I feel like it is viable for certain situations. I will give it that 100%. So definitely these are our drops so far. We'll have to wait and see. There's more drops from our guild that I wanted to show in this video, but I kind of want to compile that all like down the line when we're able to test certain gear pieces. So that's why I'm not going over every single piece of drop that we went over, like especially I'm pretty sure other people in our guild, and I can probably ask other people in the community that have finished bosses if I can get screenshots of the gear. But I wanted to wait and do that way down the line and make that a whole separate thing, because I feel like that I have to do a whole new template video. And if I don't know if they're gonna add more gear, and I'm scared to make another video. I don't want to make a template video regarding the Hanhao gear, or if there is just another gear piece, whatever. So like for example, like let's just say it's we have Hanhao, which is 222. It's following that template. I don't want another gear to be added to the raid or something like that, or maybe there is another piece of gear that was added to the raid that is following another template, and then I have to make another video. So I'm gonna wait a bit on making a video for all the gear pieces down the line. Eventually I'm pretty sure we'll defeat the boss, not anytime soon because of certain bugs, but whenever we're able to, I definitely will be making a gear video on the Hanhao gear. If there is another gear piece that's added, or if that is in the game, I will go over that as well. But at the moment, I have zero clue. I just know that there is Hanhao gear due to the fact that literally are the amulets and themes and rings that we've been getting are, they just say Hanhao on it. And I'm probably saying the boss's name wrong, so I apologize to the people that because this is test room. I don't know the boss's name. I don't think I heard it in the dialogue. I could be wrong, but yeah. And when it comes to the card as well on the amulet, a lot of people thought this was Dragoon. In my chat, this is not Dragoon. Dragoons are banned, so keep that in mind. These just give you a 10 pip for your respective school. So for example, since this is the death amulet, it's giving me a death avenging fossil. So just keep that in mind when you are seeing people get amulets, because yeah, it's not Dragoon. Dragoon is not coming back in any sort of way. I don't think so. I think Dragoon is just going to be completely like gone, meaning you're not going to be using it in hard tier content, but you can still use Dragoon on your fire when it comes to regular PvE content, not when it comes to like challenge mode or raids. So I feel like a lot of people are not gonna farm Dragoon as much, especially when it comes to like hard tier content. Same thing as Dragoon boots. You can't be using these in PvP due to the fact that PvP or PvE or hard, or no, PvP and hard content, due to the fact that you can't use sharpened blade and potent in either PvP or hard tier content because they are banned. I would like to see a separate option for bans down the line. Maybe a new stamp or something like that, or a new logo that is maybe on the cards, and you can see which ones are banned and which ones aren't. So we can have separate bans for PvP and PvE, so it doesn't affect the game as a whole, which would be kind of nice. But we'll have to see if that's ever gets added way down the line, and if it does, I feel like that will be kind of cool. So we have specific bans for specific parts of the game instead of it just being overall affecting both games or both parts of the game. But we'll have to wait and see. But those are the drops that we've gotten so far, but just keep that in mind. It is a 2-2-2 template. I will make a better video down the line going over all the gear and having a whole spreadsheet, whatever, of all the gear, but don't expect that right now due to the fact that I don't have all the gear and I'm not able to do that. So we'll see down the line, and let me know also if you guys have been doing the Azteca raid. Let me know what you guys have been feeling about the Azteca raid, your thoughts on it. I will do a video later on about my experience about the Azteca raid, probably Saturday or Sunday, due to the fact that that's when test room is gone, and I can just show you guys some footage from day one in my experience so far. So keep that in mind. So hope you guys enjoyed. Be sure to leave a like, subscribe, all that type of stuff, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out, guys.